Hour number 3 of the Nick and Artie show. Artie, let's go right to the phones. People have been waiting.
Yeah.
You know, we had a drop-in guest, special guest. Let's go to our buddy Rod in Bayside. Haven't heard from Rod. Rod, what's happening?
Rod in Bayside with the hot girlfriend, Rod.
Rod, what's up?
What's going on, guys?
Not too much.
Man, what's up, brother?
Hey, out of love for the show, I've been making prank calls to other shows using references from your show. I have one queued up if you guys would like to hear it.
Let's hear it.
All right, hopefully it plays loud enough. Hold on.
Okay, Rod working out the technical issues.
He's holding his cell phone to a paperclip.
Sure, Henry Mejia. Rod is calling from Bayside. And, Rod, you're on the fan of New York City.
Hey, how you
That's
doing?
Summers.
Hey, Rod.
I think the Yankees need a new PH. There's this guy from Chicago. His name is Dan Filato. He's a dynamic hitter. He loves red velvet cakes. I think he'd be a perfect fit for the Yankees.
In what way?
He just is a dynamic person overall. And, he takes care of his brother, Artie, who's 46% body fat. And I just think that he should take over as PH.
As you know, the Yankees are very concerned about body fat.
They are.
What did they say about you?
They actually dumped me at the end because I threw in a plug for the website. I said nickandartie.com to check about Artie's body fat. They dumped me
Not
at
a
the end.
baby, Rod.
You should start a website called Artie's 46% Body Fat. Very nice, Rod. Very nice. You're bothering Steve Summers. That's good.
I will continue to bother him.
All right.
Yeah,
Nice job.
Keep it up, buddy.
Thanks.
How's that hot girlfriend? How's that hot girlfriend of yours?
She's very well. No complaints
That's
out of me,
good.
obviously. She's the one who probably would have the complaints.
Are you working yet, Rod? Have you found employment?
Yeah,
I told you, I've been working. I work 2 jobs
What?
when I go to school. Well, I'm not in school.
Sorry,
I'm on
Rod.
summer break, but...
Yeah, I know. You're not employed for the summer break. What are you, 32? Summer break. When you're 32, summer breaks, you work.
No, I'm taking summer break. I don't have school, but I'm working. I work 2 jobs.
What do you do?
I told you already. I work in a bagel store, and I
Oh, yeah.
work at a catering hall.
Sorry, Rod. I don't remember every detail about your life. It's been 6 months. I had stuff going on. Sorry, buddy.
I got it written down right here. Bagel.
How about an update? You don't want calling radio shows with my references, you jerk. No, we love you, Rod. Listen, Rod, you're a good man. Best to that hot broad, and keep messing with Steve Summers and other people.
And get me one with poppy and onions. Thank you.
I will. I can't
All right.
wait for your book, Artie.
Yes, buddy. No, crash and burn.
Thanks, Rod.
Rod bothering Steve Summers
Let's go.
on the late night schmooze.
Let's go to buddy Morgan in Boston.
I love Morgan.
He's discussing about NBA ref.
Hey, fellas, how you doing? It's good to talk to you. Listen, I listen to the show every day, and I got to go on record here and personally question the intelligence and sexuality of anybody that doesn't love the Nick and Artie show, and I'll tell you why. The first thing is you listen to these other shows, and it's all the standard crap. I mean, you got all these other things going on in the sports world, and here's the bottom line. You got 2 of the most accomplished comedians in a town that has bred more than its share of Boston comedians, or Boston has bred its more than its share of comedians. You got Nick DiPaolo, who's a legend there. Artie, bona fides like crazy. And you're talking about the greatest subject in the world, sports, and as a demographic, I think I represent just about everybody that's in your audience. And even
I hope so.
Well, even a demographic different than mine. I'm sure Danny will bring along the theater crowd eventually. But basically, in terms of the demographic, I mean, I'm an American male. All right, I work hard. I serve my country. I like sports. I like broads. No offense to him again. And I like to laugh, and that's what this show brings me. And one last thing,
Yep.
I don't know if you heard it, but over here in Boston, Nick, there was a woman who got a lot of news, got a lot of play. She was on a morning talk show the next day and everything. She went out on the ice in her 16 or 17-year-old son's hockey game. He was in a scrum. They were having a fight, and the ref wasn't doing anything. He was doing what he should have done, which is to let him play and let him fight. And she went out on the ice and put her finger in his face, and that made national news. And I just wonder what you guys think the great Don
There you
Cherry
go.
might say in that situation.
Look.
Thanks, Morgan. Well, we'll talk about that right now.
Here's the thing. You don't go out on the ice. It's usually some broad yapping away with her finger. You can't do it. She comes out. She's fair game. She can be checked. She can be scrummed. She can be smacked in the face. Someone punches her in the face. I don't have a problem with it. I don't. Someone cross-checks this broad right into the glass. I don't have a problem with it. I just don't.
He makes a great point, though. It makes national news.
Yeah.
You know, there's a woman. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't. He makes a great. Just makes a great. That makes national news. That'll be on Good Morning America, whatever, you know.
She's out on the ice. She can be hit. She can be hit out on the ice.
Where's Wensink? You need a guy who's going to bite an ear off.
Where's Dave Korn? Where are these guys?
Dave. I like to deliver the coup de grace to that woman. The coup de grace.
She cuts it through the blue line, through the slot. Yeah, well, listen, Morgan said he represents our demographic. I hope so. Okay, Morgan, that's my tribute to you. I only hope you represent our
Can we
demographic.
turn that into a plug, an ad, or whatever? Him talking about the show?
Absolutely.
Circle that one, folks,
sure
in L.A.
We can. And Rod bothering Steve Summers with Dan Filato questions.
He talks just like my buddy. Remember Al Barber, the kid that called in from Alabama when we were talking college football? This kid Morgan has the same cadence, you know? Let me tell you something. I'm a blah. He states his point.
He's on purpose.
Yeah,
right
with
to
a
the point.
purpose.
Right
That's right.
He talks like Boston people walk, with a purpose.
That's right. It's exactly right. Let's go to another one. Mac in Boston wants to talk about David Ortiz.
Here we go. Papa!
Guys,
What's
let
up,
me tell you
Mac?
something. If you don't like the Nick and Artie show, you're obviously a dreadlock, drug-using guy named Manny Rodriguez that supports quarters on you.
Now, I'm no fuddy-duddy. I'm 69. I'm no fuddy-duddy. The long hairs, they get in the face.
I'm no fuddy-duddy.
That's one of my favorite
this
things
is
of all
funny
time.
thing. The one thing I do want to get to Big Papi, but what Morgan didn't mention was the talk show that this woman, the hockey mother, got on, was Good Morning America.
Oh, sure.
This did make national news. And I think the whole hearsay of it is, since this was like a junior league, I don't think the officials are allowed to like touch the kids if they're under 18.
Of course.
Say something, you never know what's going to happen.
You don't.
But first, before I get to David Ortiz, can I give my idea for the Caviar Twins assignment tonight?
Caviar. The Canavan Twins.
The
They should be called Caviar.
I'm sorry, the Canavan Twins.
No, we're gonna. But wait a minute. You just inadvertently gave them a great nickname.
They're rich.
Because they're rich kids. They're the Caviar Twins.
The Caviar.
I like that.
And that wasn't
I like
it,
that.
but I put way too much thought into that.
Oh, good. Well, good for you. What's their assignment according to you?
Okay,
Yeah,
their
Mac, what should they
assignment
do tonight?
because I think they did very good last night with Cypress Hill. I mean, it was perfect. Coming at you, and you don't have to get you.
Yeah.
So, are you guys familiar with the late 1970s cult classic movie, The Warriors?
Of course.
Okay, The Warriors has got to be one of my all-time favorite movies.
Warriors come out and play.
Okay,
It's a long
and
bop back to Coney.
There's a great scene in the beginning of the movie where the character's name is Cyrus. It's the whole "Can you dig it? Can you dig it?" scene where right at the very beginning he's going, "Can you count, suckers? The future is yours if you can count." And I would love to hear Liz and Marie do that scene because I don't think rapping's really their thing anymore. But
That's a great idea, right?
I'll tell you what, that's a fantastic idea. Danny,
papers. What are you gonna do?
Danny, pull up that scene and we'll play the real scene and get the dialogue. And you got it. You gave the Caviar Twins their son.
I made sure.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, Mac.
All right,
guys. Thank you.
Take it.
Mac has given them their assignment tonight. We like
Bostonians.
that. We like that. Yeah, Bostonians coming through. Hey, Danny, you know what we should do when we come back from break? We got to play a little bit more of that phone, that message that woman left. That's worth repeating. That's unbelievable.
That one should be kept in the database.
Yeah, that's worth repeating. Yeah.
Hey,
a lot of good calls tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do one more. Let's go to Drew, Atlantic City. Drew, what's going on?
I'm happy you did one more, guys. How are you?
You got it. Good, thanks.
First of all, that was epic with Robert Wool. Do you guys remember him as Newbaum Turk in Hollywood Nights?
All right, let me explain something to you. The movie Hollywood Nights, again, this reminds me about my father. My father was laughing his ass off. This is early HBO. We had just gotten cable. We're eating dinner in the kitchen. My father's laughing his ass off. He came home from work 8 and was trying to relax. We go in. What are you laughing at? It's the movie Hollywood Nights with Robert Wuhl as New Bomb Turk, and it is an underrated comedy. Like have you ever seen Hollywood?
I have.
I mean, it's so underrated, and Robert's so good in it. And I know the Hollywood Nights.
I forgot he was in it.
Artie, all you got to say is that scene with him and Fran Drescher in the car. I mean, that is.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and watch that again.
Or how about?
It's classic, but you're gonna walk away going, how the hell did Tony Danza get a career?
Tony Danza's in it. You know who's a young
Michelle
Pfeiffer, Nick. Michelle Pfeiffer's about 21 in it.
Oh,
she's
man.
about 21 years old in it, and she's smoking hot. I
think she's gross.
I'm getting excited thinking about
Come
Michelle.
on, Dan.
And she plays a roller skate like waitress at a car hop with shorts on.
Oh, that scene I do remember. That was Michelle Pfeiffer.
It's all based around a car hop in Hollywood.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm going to be
Robert
a
Townsend?
contributor to this show because of my sheer love. You know how much I love your show? I know the order of those stupid hold songs that I get put on when I'm listening to it on the internet. And I can actually wake up sometimes humming them in the shower. And I know the order of them. So that's how much I love your show. And I'm going to give you 11 weeks worth of material right now. You ready how I'm going to give you 11 weeks worth of material?
Let's hear it.
Go ahead.
Travis
Dan,
Henry,
pick up a pen.
my friends. Travis Henry. Because Mr. Henry, former NFL player in Tennessee, volunteer, has 11 children by 10 different women. Now, how do I know this? Because I am the director of the National Trivia Association, and I love trivia. So when I hear you doing Antonio Cromartie's 9 kids, I always say, man, Travis Henry is getting a raw deal here because dude outperformed him, and, you know.
Who does he play for?
He used to play for Tennessee.
The Volunteers.
He was a Denver Bronco for about 30 seconds.
And a Bronco, that's right.
Which means this is even because Cromartie makes millions. This guy's got 11 kids with 10 women.
Oh, yeah, and drug convictions since his retirement in the NFL. So, whew.
I remember him at Tennessee.
Like I said, 11 weeks worth of segments, and I could hear my, who's that? Is that your baby daddy song? 11 more times.
We will do it, buddy. Thanks for the call.
Thanks, Drew.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Man, that's impressive.
Let's break.
Come back, we'll play
How about we didn't do any of the 19 stories?
Well, Robert came in. What are you going to do?
No, I'm just saying.
I know, but...
we're going to do a speed thing. We'll rip right through them.
And Alec Baldwin is on the cover of the Daily News punching out a photographer, one of the funniest pictures
We have the audio of him explaining that. We come back, we'll play that. What do you say?
Yeah, and that voicemail about Manny Ramirez, that woman is something else.
And that, too.
And
somebody will give the Twin Sanity the assignment.
Twin Sanity, yeah, we got to get that scene from the Warriors. Yeah.
It's Nick and Artie
on
back
a busy Wednesday.
After this.
Nighttime radio. They're talking sports and other stuff, too.
I love you guys, man. You're like two normal dudes that everybody just wants to hang out with, do a shot, chill out with the bar.
Join the show. Call 1-800-546-7663. Now back to the Nick and Artie Show. Here's Nick DiPaolo and Artie Lang.
Welcome back. Artie, our buddy Alec Baldwin to get into it with a Daily News staff photographer yesterday.
They are the tabloids in New York are all over Alec Baldwin. They love it.
He comes out of a courthouse with his fiancée, and they just got a marriage license, and, the guy was getting too close, and they get into a little shut. And
I'm pro Alec Baldwin in this story.
Look, this guy, I'm defending him. When it comes to his personal phone call with his daughter, it was like, I thought people abused that, and
you rude little pig.
Oh, and she deserved it, in my opinion, and I'm defending him here. I hate everything he stands for politically, but when a guy's right, he's right, and he's very funny on Letterman. He's great on SNL.
Oh, no, he's a great, funny
he's a
actor.
great entertainer.
The New York Post though used to have a nickname for him that made me laugh so hard, and I don't even know what the genesis of the nickname is. They used to call him the Bloviator.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? It's just a
funny
like
Bill O'Reilly. They call O'Reilly's a Bloviator.
It's just a funny word though. Like and like in Page 6 it would just say, and the Bloviator this weekend said something in the Hamptons.
That's right.
The Bloviator.
Did you ever hear the call of him and Hannity going at each other?
Yeah. And he would call into Howard and always have an intelligent, funny take on stuff.
Yeah.
I like Alec Baldwin a lot.
I think he's confused politically.
Yeah.
Let's hear this.
Oh, there was a person in front of me, and he was blocking him, and the guy lunged, and he almost hit me in the teeth with the lens of the camera.
Right there,
so I just pushed the guy away, but if I make it like they all... my favorite line was John Malkovich, who said they all scream like they're political prisoners, he said. people think, that I'm out there just decking photographers willy-nilly. Nothing could be further from the truth. I mean, I'm in front of a courthouse. The place is crawling with cops.
This is where you get your marriage license.
If I'm slugging a photographer out in front of the courthouse, I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. There must have been 10 cops right there on the block, But they do. This is a guy who baited me before. He camped out in front of my house. They've done this before. Because you walk in the door, and my doorman would look at me and go, "I'm awful sorry, Mr. Baldwin." I'd be like,
he already knows.
Oh, I read on the internet that you, had that, with that, whatever. You had that thing with that guy down in,
Who punched this guy out?
Yeah, you clocked that guy down by the courthouse. I'm very smart, Mr. Baldwin. Not very smart.
I'm awful sorry, Mr. Baldwin.
See, the guy's always entertaining.
Doormen in New York really are.
Right.
They're a throwback, man.
Well, who's the most famous one? Quinn's.
Yeah,
Quinn's guy, Steve.
Okay, Steve. Now, that guy, I don't know if it's...
He scares me.
Because Norm Macdonald used to live in Collins Building when he lived in New York.
Okay.
And Norm's... I don't know if it's the same doorman or another guy, but we would go into Norm's apartment building sometime, and Norm would tell me that on Saturday Night Live we have to screw up more because it's funny when we mess up our lines. He says it every time. So he'd go and go, "Hey, Norm, man, I love when you guys mess up the lines, man." And you laugh. You got to do that more on the show. Come on, man. You got to do that more. Like the other day you were laughing when you were telling a joke, and it looks like you forgot your lines. What's better than forgetting your lines? That's what he said to him every single time.
Steve's got the mustache, right? Is he the angry one?
Yeah, I don't think the same guy Norm had.
Oh, there was
I don't think the guy I'm talking about is Steve. But Steve's like Steve would just when you go up to Colin's place, Steve just goes, "Go up, tell him I said hi, Colin."
Right.
He just lets you right up.
There was a guy that looked like the soup Nazi.
Yeah,
he had a black mustache, just like the soup Nazi. The first time I went to Colin's building, I get out, I got my suitcase. Like I'm out of a cab. I was coming from L.A. And he tries to grab it from me. And I try to, grab it back. He's trying to help me. Right. But I just wanted to carry my own bag. And I was in a bad mood. And he starts, wrestling me with a bag. Right. And I told Colin Colin was laughing so hard he was almost crying.
Right.
And then he yelled like the N-word.
Yeah.
Colin's down the sidewalk. And he goes, "Hey, tell that. I said hello."
Right.
Meaning they were talking about a white person.
Right.
He just, he's...
Well, a lot of these are guys from Queens who work in the city. These are quintessential Irish Queens guys who work the door. It's like a throwback to the 40s. It's what cab drivers used to be exclusively in New York. Are now doormen mostly.
Okay, that's what he seems like, an angry cab driver.
Right, but cabbies used to be Irish Italian guys from Queens or Brooklyn and drove in Manhattan, and that old stereotype. Hey, where you going? You want to go to Brooklyn? You want to go to Broadway? Yeah. Those now mostly are doormen in upper scale buildings in Manhattan to get that flavor. You got to go for that.
Yeah, there aren't many.
But Baldwin does a quintessential one right there. Sorry, Mr. Baldwin. What happened? Read on the internet there that you cold cocked a guy. Not smart, Mr. Baldwin. Not a smart thing to do.
Confusing the whole story and assuming they know the details. So we get Twinsanity. They're going to do something from Warriors?
They're going to do, we got a new thing now. I like this, that people are such fans of the show. They're calling in. And they're giving Twinsanity their assignment. There's a classic cult movie from '79 called The Warriors. It's about New York City gangs. And our buddy Joe Walsh has a song in it called In the City that is only one of the best songs ever. It's like the end song over the closing credits.
Robert Duvall?
Duvall's not in it. There's not a lot of big stars in it.
I always think of Colors. I confuse Colors.
Duvall.
How good was
Duvall's dying scene in Colors, the way he dies, and Sean Penn's and he gets shot in the chest, the way he goes. That's a great movie. Another underrated.
I always confuse it because
it's
gang related.
Sean Penn is Pac-Man. Come on, Pac-Man. What you messing with me for, Pac-Man? What Pac-Man want to mess with me for?
Best actor of my generation.
Yeah. What Pac-Man want to mess with me for?
How good was he?
And he drives a yellow car, so they call him Pac-Man.
And he's hitting on the hot chick that worked at the ice cream stand.
Who's the chick in that? Maria Menudo, not Menudo. No, Maria Conchita Alonso. Oofa. And the Mexican catechist goes, "Yo, Holmes." He says Holmes every 2 words. "Yo, Holmes. What's up, Holmes? Yo, Holmes, you got to help this kid out. Holmes, he's on angel dust. Holmes, he's on angel dust."
And when I watch Lockup, and they do, they always do the prisons of California, San Quentin, and
San Quentin's where Manson is.
Yeah, San Quentin and the other one, I don't know, Pelican Bay, whatever. But it's. I always think of that guy from Colors. Hey, Holmes.
Hey, Holmes.
It's that, and then they got the Northern Hispanics have this block, and
no, you don't. Prison is like
L.A. seems to be extra rough. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Gang-wise, it's all gang affiliated.
Well, L.A. County Jail, the guards when I was there getting processed had an attitude, but in hindsight, I guess those guys should have attitudes.
Oh my God, I would think so.
If anybody should, if it's justified for anyone to have an attitude, it's a guard at L.A. County Jail.
Anyway.
Do we have that voicemail? Is it time to play some of that? Or we have to break, Danny?
Oh, I thought we were going to play what Twin Sanity was going to do.
Oh, that's right. You want to do that? Going into commercial? That's a good idea. So the audience knows?
So the audience knows.
I switched it already to the...
So you can't play it?
To the voicemail.
What do you mean?
So it's going to take me a minute to switch back.
All right. So is
what
it
kind
time?
of equipment did they give you? An Etch-a-Sketch?
I know it's hard.
I mean,
so how long do we have before commercial?
We should break now, and then we'll come back and.
Okay. And what we do, so we're going to play the voicemail because that's queued up.
Right.
All right.
All right. We'll be back.
I guess.
I can only do one at a time.
I understand. We're not. We're messing with the equipment, not you. Well, a little bit you, but
yeah.
And your hairy legs. Good job, Dan. I'm sorry. Seriously. You all right? I can only do one thing.
We are back.
Yeah. So we should set this up. Nick with the haircut having trouble with the headset.
Jeez.
So we should set this is when Manny Ramirez was in the minor leagues or something. He was playing for the Sacramento, a team in Sacramento, and he had the long dreadlocks.
Somebody.
Okay.
River Cats.
Playing for the Sacramento River Cats, and a woman, an older woman, a 69-year-old woman, would go to the games, and I guess she saw Manny's dreadlocks and did not like them. And called the team and left their. She called the team, right, Dan?
Mrs. Ty Cobb.
And left this voicemail, and we assume this is the real thing. And there's no way this is fake.
We first thought
it's a character.
Said, it sounds like somebody doing a character.
But man.
But then near the end, you're like, no, she's just insane.
This is America, and she's insane and entertaining. So here's the voicemail she left about the long hair situation with Manny Ramirez and the Sacramento River Cats.
I'm a viewer of television, and I noticed this Manny Rodriguez has these long dreadlocks. I don't know how many River Caps have that, but we a lot of people out here don't feel these people should be able to play with this long hair. It flies in the faces of first, second, third base when they're tagging them out, and it could hurt their eye. It could really hurt the people's the first, second, third baseman's eye. And of course, when they have dreadlocks, they don't wash that hair for 2 weeks. And those braids are hard to, And any long hair should be out. It shouldn't be allowed. They should have to cut it. They cut it in the service. They have to cut it in a lot of sports. I don't think they can have it in swimming. I didn't know if I was able to call back another day, so I'm calling it in. This is Tuesday night, and I think there should be rules.
Thank you for telling us tonight. That's important.
Not longer than
Tuesday night.
Behind their ears, and maybe they won't get on these darn performance enhancement drugs. Long hair and drugs, we all know, goes together. It's just like a cheater and a liar, Dr. Phil says, goes hand in hand. When they cheat on a spouse, they also are a liar where they are at the time. And they lie about that's a different thing. But the thing is, they should not have long hair in sports. It shouldn't. It interferes. It can hurt the eyes of the opposing players trying to tag them out. It looks horrible. It doesn't look wholesome. They should have to abide by the rules. And then maybe they won't do these drugs either. If they have to act clean cut, maybe they will be clean cut.
These drugs.
You really need to give this message to the executive committee, the owner, or the executive committee, and see where it needs to go. I guess to the owner of the River Cats and to the administrative, the highest office there. And I'm a lady, and I'm not a fuddy-duddy.
No, you're not a
I just
fuddy.
noticed, and they're all getting in trouble on steroids and using cortisone for energy. That stuff causes cancer. That's why Lance Armstrong, the bike guy, got cancer. So a lot of people, we study this stuff. And I'm 69 years old, and I'm not a fuddy-duddy, but I cannot see how this unwholesomeness is crossing America with these long hair, and then they do these drugs. And then it gets into people start okaying abortion and gay marriage. It gets into a lot of stuff that is not according to the Bible or according to the American values.
Abortion. How'd abortion get involved?
Gay marriage is against the Bible. And long hair, since that has been allowed in some sports, they're doing these drugs. There's short-haired ones that do them too, but
of course.
It's just.
Of course,
we
ma'am.
hope that you can have a dress and hair policy, where they can't have, because it does fly
into drugs, abortion, and gay marriage. That's what the long hair.
They tag them out. Of course, catcher has a mask on, but the catcher's mask. But still, it's dangerous. It looks terrible, and then a lot of times it's followed up by actions of unwholesomeness, where they'll do drugs. They get from one lazy thing. It's a lazy thing having this long hair. They can cut it short. They don't look good with long hair. A man doesn't look good with long hair. It looks horrible. Looks like a girl.
She's 69 or 169.
Looks like a girl.
That's how she ends it.
It looks like a girl.
Just her ending on that note shows she's crazy.
I'm not a fuddy-duddy, and it leads to unwholesomeness. All this unwholesomeness going on.
You're a fuddy-duddy to the 14th power.
Oh,
crazy.
I'm not.
Bitch.
If you say you're not if you're forced to say in the middle of a speech you're making, I'm not a fuddy-duddy, you're a fuddy-duddy.
69. She sounds like she was 169.
But I want to hang out with her. I like those opinions. Like, that's entertainment.
Oh,
my
God. Should be great on it, like a Tonight Show.
We all know drugs goes with the long hair, and then you have gay marriage.
Unwholesomeness.
She said it leads to abortion and gay marriage. That's not in the Bible. That's not in the Bible. And we all know. And some of the short hairs do
Are those
drugs.
cornrows? I want to kill my fetus.
Yeah, exactly. And some of the short hairs do the drugs, too. I know that, of course. It blows her whole argument.
Did she
blows her whole argument.
Did she say that?
She did. Yeah. Blows her whole argument out of the water halfway through the speech. So why?
I didn't think anybody with a crew cut ever did the right.
Should we play this warrior scene so we get it out of the way? Because when they come in, it's already...
Are they learning it right now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
All right, here's what Twin Sanity's going to try and do. This is a scene from the 1979 film The Warriors. This is the beginning of the movie. A guy named Cyrus makes a speech to all the gangs who are getting together, and then that sets up the film. So
was Robin Hedges in this, or a guy that looked like him?
A guy that looked like him. Hedges who just died, you mean Epstein from Welcome Back, Kotter? I don't think so.
Did a guy look like him? I know that.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of the cast did.
All right. Yeah. He looked exactly like him.
He did,
I remember.
didn't he?
Yeah.
Right. So here it is. Here's what they're going to try to recreate the twins. Great movie.
Now look what we have here before us. We've got the Saracens sitting next to the Jones Street Boys. We've got the Moon Runners right by the Van Cortlandt Rangers.
The Van Cortlandt Rangers.
It was
nobody
scary.
is wasting nobody. That is a miracle. And miracles is the way things ought to be.
Really? Say it. I heard that.
Right on, baby.
Right. That ain't no jive.
Right now with 9 delegates from 100 gangs.
This guy ain't no fuddy duddy.
And there's over 100 more.
This guy got short hair.
Now the Jones Street Boys have short hair. And the Van Cortlandt Rangers have long hair. We know that leads to abortion and gay marriage.
Yet they're not fighting in this scene.
They're not fighting. We're not. No one is wasting anybody. Now, I'm a Cyrus and I'm no fuddy duddy. The Jones Street Boys are it's gonna lead to gay marriage with the Jones Street Boys.
I got my new CD title. I'm no fuddy duddy.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Here we go. Ready?
Can you dig it?
So they're gonna do that.
Warriors.
Personally, can't wait to hear them do the "Can you dig it?"
And they got to put some feeling into it.
Warriors, come out and play.
Don't be walking through this, girls. Use your where do they go to study school?
Spotlighters. Acting camp.
Acting camp.
Are they a caricature, Nick? Are they like a cartoon?
They're
like
perfect.
The way they talk, the innocence, the ignorance. They went to Spotlighters acting camp. I just can't. And they need a nap after an 18-hour work week. It's not even like.
Perfect.
Yeah. And they get excited. They go, "Oh yeah, we went to acting camp. Spotlighters." Oh, I couldn't work at the Marriott. I got such anxiety. I started to cry.
They were so mean there. Why? Was it had anything to do with what you did? Well, yeah, I got the drinks wrong, but that's not reason to get mean.
They were mean because she brought the wrong thing to the table as a waitress.
All right, so when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we will wrap it up with
Twin
Sanity doing a scene from The Warrior.
Can't wait.
It's Nick and Artie.
Now, I'm no fatty daddy.
Come on back. Okay, we are back, Nick and Artie.
Look for our song when we get back from Europe, Guineas in Paris. I'm going to write a song called Guineas in Paris. We're going to do that. The girls are here, Twin Sanity. They always brighten up the room. And here they are. I can't listen to the regular song anymore. I keep thinking of them. I want to hear Cinnamon Girl.
We have to cue it up so it goes right into it, though. That 1960s keyboard, that groovy.
Groovy, yes, exactly. We want to live with the Canavan girls. We could be happy the rest of our lives with the Canavan girls. Chase them up dinner as they run in the night. You see them together, a down in the light, the Canavan girls. Foxes, eyes that glow. The co-host eat dinner, a break in the show. Thanks to Canavan girl. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Well, as always.
Hello, girls.
Now, girls, I was noticing just how attached you guys are. I mean, last night you were arguing in the green room. And all I heard, you sound stupid if you say that. I don't sound stupid. You do sound stupid if you say that. I can't even talk to you anymore about it. That's all I heard, Nick.
That was Liz yelling at me.
Why? What
she's been yelling at me all week.
About
what?
I don't know. She's on my case, so it's driving me nuts.
What did you say specifically that made you sound dumb?
Oh, when I said when we were in here and I said the racial word against Italians.
And I go, how do you not know what that means?
I know what it really
shows
you sound stupid if you say it.
What, Guinea?
And you know,
and then you say after, I don't know what it means, but you say something that you don't even know what it means.
Well, you don't know what it means. I mean, who knows?
I know what that meant, and I just didn't know how she didn't know. It drove me crazy.
She's yelling at me all
I asked you to say it, though.
Right, I know, that's what I said.
No,
right.
I know, but I didn't understand how she didn't know what it meant, because I knew what it meant, and I go, where were you?
Where were you when we were yelling at the guineas?
No.
Where were you when our family said guineas are disgusting?
No. So, I don't know. This is on my case, though.
Well, all I heard was, you're stupid. No, you're stupid. You sound stupid.
Those are exactly how our fights are.
And then Nick came in and asked one of you guys to get food, and, Marie was, what did she do? She just wanted to get right the hell out of there.
Yeah, she couldn't wait to get out. They were fighting.
Yeah.
I said, who wants to get me? She goes, I'll go.
Our fights last for 2 seconds. That's all.
Yeah. No, that lasted. I was out there a good minute and a half. What if one of you, and God forbid, got a horrible disease and died? How would the other one deal with that?
Die of a broken heart.
You would?
Yeah.
You don't think you could go on?
No, I'd kill myself.
No, you wouldn't.
No, we wouldn't.
Don't say that. As an honor to the other one, you would have to live on.
No, there'd be no way.
Why?
There'd be no. There seriously be no way.
Wow.
People ask me that question.
It's like The Sopranos when Patsy Parisi's brother got shot in the head and he wanted to commit suicide, but he didn't.
Yeah, but guys,
he talked about it.
Isn't that a lot of pressure to know that your entire life depends on another human being?
Yeah, you guys better watch
your
weight.
You worry so much. Oh, it's so stressful.
Yeah, whatever. So you need a nap, I guess.
Like the speaker
Too stressful
in the
for you to figure out. There's a speaker underneath a chair, and Marie can't figure out how to get the chair away from the speaker. And it's the simplest.
So she's on her knees now.
I'm so anxiety. It's like the Marriott job. I get such anxiety.
This chair's so mean.
Oh my God, this chair is so mean. It must be Italian.
I can't. I don't even know. You wrestled with it, and then I can't do it.
Are you ready for the Warriors scene? It's getting late, I guess. Okay, so here's the scene.
4 minutes.
Here's the Cyrus speech from the Warriors from 1979. That's our listener was this Mac who suggested this? Okay, good one, Mac. Here, go ahead, girls.
That's 20,000 hardcore members.
Now we heard this before. Yeah, okay, you ready? Let them do it. Yeah, let them do it.
Can you count, suckers? I say the future is ours. If you can count, look what we have here before us. We've got the Syrians sitting next to the Jones Street Boys. We've got the Moon Runners right by the Van Cortlandt Rangers.
Liz is feeling it.
Nobody is wasting nobody. That is a miracle. And miracles is the way things ought to be. You are standing right now with the 9 delegates from 100 gangs. And there's over 100 more That's 20,000 hardcore members,
They could care less.
40,000 counting affiliates, and 20,000 more not organized.
This is from
Be
a scary
ready
movie.
to fight 60,000 soldiers. Now there ain't but 20,000 police in the whole town. Can you dig it?
Look at their nail polish.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
Oh my God.
Our nail color.
I've never been this turned on in my life. Look at their nail polish.
I know.
Liz has baby blue, and you have, what is that, pink?
Hot pink.
Hot pink. They just read the Warrior speech with hot pink and baby blue. Are you guys for real?
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's
You're
just
Barbie
you
doll.
got to realize where Nick and I are from, and
Yeah.
Dan's from your world, but
Our world.
the rich world.
We're not rich.
Like we talk about people like you don't exist. You know what I mean? Like it's a fairy tale.
Right.
You're living a fairy tale life.
I don't
Isn't
think
it?
I'm living a fairy tale life. I think
It
there's a
looks-
perception. It looks like
It
we
looks
are.
like a fairy
Yes.
tale. Yeah.
I may live in La La Land.
Now, what exactly isn't a fairy tale about your life?
Well, that chair and that speaker, for instance, that's a living nightmare.
You work on the
We've been
hottest
very blessed.
TV radio
I
show
know.
going.
We know.
You nap in the Hamptons all weekend.
Yeah, what is wrong?
And you ride bikes with baskets. You lose dogs because you're napping.
It's not like somebody's sponsoring you from another country.
I know, really.
I don't know.
We're very lucky.
We're
very
lucky.
blessed.
You're lucky. Thank you for admitting that.
We know that.
You're so lucky.
I know Dan's
Look
staring
at how
us.
mad Dan is. The girls are so lucky.
They get all Artie's attention.
The girls are lucky. I'm not lucky. Look at what I look like.
I'll paint my nails.
I look like a pale, hairy ape.
No matter what color my nails
I
are.
look like a pale, hairy ape. I wore hot pink today. Artie didn't notice. Artie didn't notice my hot pink nail polish. Look at Dan.
You know what? You know what he looks like right now? Tell me, he does. This is a compliment, actually. No,
Get ready, Dan. Here comes a compliment.
No, a NASCAR. You know, NASCAR, and they go to the head mechanic, and he's like headphones.
Oh, you do.
Oh, you do, Dan. That's so
I know
cute.
you're talking about when they stop and do the wheels.
That's
and all that.
right.
stop.
He's the head
Pitman.
mechanic.
Pitman.
When they
Look like.
stop.
Boss.
He's got the fox jacket on, the hat, and the head.
Pit boss. That's in a casino, you.
Pit boss.
That's a you.
No, you wonderful
Yeah,
girl.
sometimes I know Artie just wants
Oh,
to
no,
be
Artie,
idiot.
they might make a point. The people in the pit, there might
Maybe
be
they
a
are.
crew boss.
Pit
It
crew.
would be a pit.
Pit
There's a
crew,
pit
yeah.
crew.
Yeah,
He's got to be a pit boss.
sure. Yeah.
All right, you guys are right. You're right.
And Mohegan Sun.
So you got scores.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, real quick. It's a sports show, remember?
Does that? You know when they stop the cars and do the wheels?
Yeah. Atlanta beats the Yankees 10-5. Kansas City wins against Houston 2-1. Milwaukee pummels Toronto 8-3. Arizona squeezes a win out of Seattle 14-10.
That's the one.
Texas comes out on top against San Diego 4-2. Minnesota barely beats Pittsburgh 2-1. St. Louis wins against Detroit 3-1.
Man,
I think that was worse than the Warriors.
that really was unbelievable.
Well, you say go fast and I get nervous.
Can you dig it?
We got to wrap it up. It's funny, but Anthony on the phone is going, why are you yelling at the women?
Why are we yelling at the women?
No, why are you laughing at the women?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, because they're funny.
Because that's what we do here.
They're inadvertently funny.
Thank you, Issa Abdul Qudus.
From Union.
Jeff Garland. Robert Wall.
From Union.
Jason and Tammy. Liz and Marie Caravan. The great Shane Elrod. All the listeners and all the calls tonight. It's Nick and Artie. We'll see you kids tomorrow night. Take care of yourselves.